Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Milf Manor. And yes, it is the final episode. I can't believe we've been watching this for 13 weeks now, but I'm really gonna miss it. It's gonna be like weird not getting excited to come snuggle up next to my computer and watch the episode and then get excited to talk about it the next day. But we all knew it was going to come to an end, so here we are. But before I even get into this episode, I'm sure you guys probably notice I don't look all stretched out. Somebody commented on one of my videos pointing it out, and I just want to thank them for that. I knew it was an issue. I knew it looked weird, but I couldn't figure it out. So I finally dove deep in and figured out what was wrong. What was I doing? I'm new to all of this recording, editing, making videos, and I'm just learning from trial and error in YouTube videos. So if you guys ever have any feedback or any ways that I can fix the video in any kind of way to make it more pleasurable for you guys, please let me know, because I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just learning. I'm just here. But let's get into why we're really here. Milf Manor, the finale. So we know last week the mom's friends and family came down to get to know the guys, see how compatible they are. And we kind of had a barbecue brawl between Kelly and Barbie. And it got to the point where Barbie decided she was gonna get the heck out of there with Chris. So it's the next morning after the fight, and Kelly is still pretty upset about the situation. Thankfully, she's gonna get some pretty good news here in a second, because Barbie and Chris, left last night. So Crystal's upstairs with Kelly, comforting her, just trying to get her to get up and get ready for the day. Let's just put on a smile. Let's put the drama behind us. So everybody's downstairs having a great time, and they're all collectively having a lunch together, and they're actually making pho, which sounds so good right now. Kelly Max says she usually makes this on Sundays. It's like a family Sunday meal, but it's Monday, so they're just gonna go ahead and do it. So while they're all sitting down having their lunch, Anthony gets a text, and it basically just says how Barbie and Chris decided to leave the house and take their love on the outside of the manor. Everybody seems pretty happy for them. They cheers for them and hope that they just have a great future with each other. So now it transitions over into Barbie and Chris's moment. I'm sure we all know they make it to the end of the show, and while they're having their moment, Chris actually tells her that he loves her, and she says that he loves him too.
I can truly say, Barbie, I love you.
I love you too.
But
I'm hoping that love has prospered on the outside of the show, and hopefully Chris doesn't love the fight more than he loves the Barbie. I don't know. I did actually see a reel on Barbie's page that kind of makes me feel like they're not together on the outside, and I'm sorry to disappoint, but I didn't see any previews at the end, so I don't think there's going to be a reunion. Unless Kelly Mack and Darren host their reunion on their channel, Milfing Monday with Kelly Mack and Darren. That would be everything. That would be spectacular. Please. And now we're getting down to the last bitty bits. In last season, right before the choosening or whatever you want to call it happened, they made everybody write letters to each other. But this time they're making people do a compatibility test. So everybody splits up and they take their tests. I don't want to say that I'm a psychic, but I pretty much guessed everybody's outcome. Whoever was gonna go off with who, I knew it. There was only one couple though that kind of, it threw me. You know what? Let us just get to the end. There was just one couple that threw me off, but let's just get there. The first couple we get to look into is Kelly and Rob. And Rob is saying that he's not very compatible with the brashness and the boldness of her, but he did get to see a soft side to her. But he's worried in weeks, months, or down the line that's not going to last very long. The next person we get to look at is Darren, and it asks him if he's ready for a serious relationship. He basically just says that he was married, got divorced, had another serious relationship, and was engaged, and that ended. But he says he just doesn't want to be hurt again, which is completely understandable. The next couple we have is Stacy and Crystal. They're asked how important is physical intimacy. And Crystal says that they do have some compatibility, but since the very beginning, he's just putting that wall up and not really letting go. And then Stacy, of course, says physical intimacy is number one outside of God and family.
Physical intimacy would be top on my list outside of God and family, for sure.
That's weird.
Which, I don't know, maybe that's fine, but for some reason him saying it again, it's just him, I don't know. But him saying it was just like, nah, I didn't like that. And next we have Christina and David, and they ask about having kids in the future. We know David wants 7 children running around the house, and he's not entirely too sure if Christina is in that point of her life because, you know, she already has older kids or older child, and she just in a time of her life where she seems like she just wants to party and not really settle down. We also have Shauna and Joey, which they're having the same exact issue where Joey wants to have kids, but Shauna is past that point in her life as well. And then we also have Fletcher, which also wants to have kids, but he didn't make a connection in the house at all, so there's not really anybody he's pairing up with compatibility. Why?
Today, Junior!
And next we have the tri-couple, Rebecca, Anthony, and Connor. They get asked the same question about physical intimacy. I'm pretty sure there's multiple questions that they're being asked, but each person, they're just pinpointing on one specific thing. And Anthony says, of course, it's very important. And Rebecca also says that it's very important for her because her last relationship ended because she cheated on her partner because they didn't have any intimate life. And she says she's even built up a little bit of a PTSD from being with older men because she's scared she's not going to have that kind of life. And Connor is just worried that Anthony and her are going to be more compatible because they live closer and they're closer in age. But in all honesty, we all already know that Connor and her are gonna, so anyway. But now that everybody has turned in their tests and they've done the calculations, they let them know that some people just weren't compatible and they're about to be sent home. The 2 people that get sent home is, of course, Fletcher, because he made no connection with anybody, and then Sam, because ultimately we knew Christina was already leaning more towards David. So Sam ends up leaving as well. Honestly, this goodbye was so sad. Like, oh my goodness. All the other goodbyes, I was pretty harsh about it. I was like making fun of these people. Like, not to be mean or anything, but I don't know, just seeing Darren and Sam say goodbye, it was so sad. And then seeing Kelly Mack also say goodbye to Sam, it was so cute and heartwarming and touching. And I'm like, they're going to be a beautiful family. They are definitely going to be a family on the outside of the show. So Sam and Fletcher are off on their way. Fletcher just says this experience has reassured him that he wants to be a dad. And Sam says he came here for love. He didn't find it, but he knows it's out there for him. And I'm sure he will find love. Now, after everybody has said their goodbyes and they're gone, they're informed that this is their last night here. Well, the moms anyway. The dads are going to stay and the moms are going to go off in a hotel or something. I don't know. But then all of a sudden, Shauna, which this broke my heart too. Shauna just came out and she basically said that it was her time to go as well, because no matter how much she liked Joey and how much they were vibing, they didn't have that compatibility, and it really just boiled down to the kids thing, I'm pretty sure. Joey wanted kids. She was done having kids, and you know, that is a pretty big thing in a relationship, and it's kind of hard to change somebody's mind on that, which I mean, I don't think you really can change anybody's mind on that. That's just a decision you have to make on your own. So Shauna said it was her time to go, which in turn means that it was Joey's time to go as well. Seeing Joey leave too made me so sad. Watching him say bye to his dad and seeing Shauna leave made me so sad, because I'm like, I like them both so much. Joey even ends up thanking Shauna and says that she's shown him more than any woman has ever shown him. And honestly, I believe it, because the Joey we saw from the beginning until now, completely different Joey. These aren't the same people. Like, this is not the same person. So it is so sad to see them not like make it on the outside of the show. But you know, it's sometimes it just doesn't always work out that way. And Shauna is just ready to go out there and find her husband. And I know she will find her husband, because she is just a beam of light. She is just amazing. She's beautiful. Obviously, I don't know this person in real life, but just something is telling me that she's a good person. I don't know, but I really hope the best for her and Joey both. And now it's time for the moms and the men to split up and spend the nights to themselves. And there's a whole chunk in the middle of the episode that I'm just going to skip over, because they're all just saying the same things they've been saying. Rebecca's not sure about Connor or Anthony. Crystal's unsure about Stacy, and so on and so forth. So we're just going to get right down to what we came here for. Now, the first people that we have are Rebecca, Anthony, and Connor. Like I said, I'm pretty sure Rebecca is going to choose Connor. Put your votes down in the comments now. Stupid, whatever. Anyway, so she basically just tells them both how she feels, how she likes them both, and had great times with both of them. And she tells Anthony that he's the complete package, but she's just gonna have to go with what she feels inside.
But I have to go with like how I feel inside. And Anthony, I care so much about you, but I'm choosing Connor.
And honestly, when I was watching this, I was just thinking about how Lynette was just here like a few episodes ago. Like, how crazy is it that Rebecca floated in and Anthony just forgot about Lynette that quick? Not even Rebecca's fault. Like, Anthony just like so fast. It's so crazy to like just to think that just a few episodes ago, like Lynette could have been here with Anthony. I don't know. And also, I don't know if I'm a hater of love, but this little bit right here gave me the cringiest vibes. Like, it sent shivers down my neck spinals.
I'm just like living in the moment right now. And the moment feels really good.
I do like the moment.
I like the moment.
And now it's Kelly and Rob's turn. And Kelly basically says this is her second time here, and she better not come back here. Well, I said that anyway, but how crazy would it be if season 3 rolls around and she's back? How crazy would that be? But anyway, Kelly basically just tells him that she feels good around him and that she's very happy that he stood up for her when nobody else ever has. And he says that he liked that she showed her sensitive side. And they kind of try to make it seem like he wasn't going to want to be with her, because he ends up being like, oh, well, we live pretty far away. But then thankfully, he says, even though we live far away, I want to try to make this work. So they go off and they float into the sunset as well. Now, the next couple we have is Stacy and Crystal. And like I was saying earlier, there was one couple that threw me through a loop and I did not know that it was going to go down this way. So first we get to see Crystal riding in on her boat, and she basically says that she's just nervous and she wants to make sure that Stacy knows exactly how she feels. And then we see Stacy coming down, and he says that Crystal has taught him a lot, basically needing to grow, give more affection, appreciate the people that he has. It then says that, oh yeah, we're more than friends.
She's taught me a lot about myself and what I need to do as far as growth. I know that she's more than a friend. No question.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Boy, if you don't, I swear. What? If you guys have been more than friends this whole time, what have you been doing? What have you been doing, sir? Like, that made no dang sense to me whatsoever. But let's get down to the nitty gritty. So we see Stacy standing on the dock waiting for his queen. And instead of his queen, he gets the host. And the host lets him know that Crystal was basically like, no, No, I'm out of here.
Crystal made the difficult decision to not show up today. She ultimately realized there is no romantic connection between the two of you. Therefore, she is choosing to leave this journey single.
It wasn't even Crystal that texted him. It was like, you know how the producers text them? It was like, she don't want to see you. She ain't coming. Kick rocks. Oh my god. Okay, that was mean. Basically, she was just like, we're not compatible. It's not gonna work. So she decided to just go without seeing him. And maybe that was for the best, because sometimes when you're just around that person and you see them, you might get a little weak in the knees. And she probably was doing this so she was like, I need to stand my ground. I just need to get the heck out of here. So Stacy floats off by himself. And next we have Christina and David. And like I was saying last episode, I think he was starting to get turned off by the fact that Christina is just in a different stage in her life. She wants to party. She wants to get it on out there in the world. And he's ready to settle down and have children. And so he's going out there taking that into account very heavily. So Christina and David meet up, and Christina is so giddy. She's so happy. And she's basically ready to take this on outside of the manor, ready to fly across the country just to see him. Well, he lives in Texas. I can't remember where she lives. South Carolina? California? Where the heck does she live? I can't remember, but they don't live in the same state. And as we know, the U.S. traveling between states, oh yeah, that's a lot of times. They're far away from each other. So Christina is all in. She's ready to be with David. But David brings up the fact that, you know, they're far away from each other. He wants to have kids. There's just a lot of things kind of stopping him. But she's basically just like, if you'd really want it, you do it. And he's like, right? And it just like kind of gets quiet there for a second. And
I hope that we can move forward and possibly build on this connection.
Like,
Well. Next question.
obviously he just doesn't want it that bad. So he ultimately says no, that he does not want to take it to the outside of the manor. And, you know, I would be upset too, but she was salty.
We move forward from here is something that I'm not willing to do.
I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm actually a little shocked. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm just gonna walk off. I'm good. Thank you.
She even was like, I cut this connection that I had with Sam off. She was big mad about the situation, which again, yes, I would be upset too. But, you know, I mean, yeah. Which one would you guys rather do? Would you guys rather find love on a reality show or find love on Facebook dating? Tell me which one. Which one's worse? Now, last but definitely not least, the best, if anything, the best, the top of the top, our golden couple, Kelly Mack and Darren. And, you know, I don't even need to discuss this because we all know they're in love. They're together till today, and we all know it. There ain't no way they're not together. But let's get into this. Now we get Kelly Mack with her adorable, cute self. And she basically just says that she came onto the show and has taken the opportunity and has just ran with it. And ultimately that led her to Darren, and she's ready to take this opportunity on the outside of the manor. So she wants to continue this with Darren. All right. And now let me try not to get emotional when I talk about this, because this was just, oh my God, it was so cute. Darren starts getting emotional himself and just says that all of his confidence left his body. It's like, but he says that she is the kind of woman that he's basically been avoiding because he felt like he didn't deserve someone like her. And then he says, like, the cutest thing ever. He says that he came to the show not looking to find love or anything, but he came looking to find Kelly. Boy, if you don't.
Thought I was coming here to find a connection or love. I have to admit that's not what I came here for. I came here to find Kelly.
That was literally the cutest thing, and I did shed some tears. I was like, okay, hold on. Maybe I don't hate love. Maybe that part with Rebecca and Connor just was cringy, because this was beautiful. So, of course, they both want to take this to the outside of the manor, and they both float off into the sunset. I am so rooting for this couple. This is like the only couple that I'm like, please. Of course, I hope the other couples flourish, but obviously I'm a little sneaky pants and I be looking on the internet a lot, and it seems like the only people that seem to still kind of, you know, have some type of connection is Kelly Mack and Darren. They have a whole YouTube channel with each other. Now, does that mean that they're together? No. Am I gonna put in my mind that they're together and they're gonna have a wedding and they're gonna be one big whole happy family? Yes. Yes, I will. But I can't believe this is the end. And like I said, there was no previews at the end, so sadly there's not gonna be a reunion. So Kelly Mack, Darren, if you're watching, please get together at a McDonald's or something. I don't know. We need the reunion, guys. Before we go, I would like to look back on some of my favorite moments anyway. Just to, you know, give it one last look.
I just think you have a biteable butt, and I definitely want to bite it.
Sit your punk ass down.
Barbie, that doesn't scare me, babe. I can do the same.
Oh, pardon me, my nose is bleeding all over you.
Well, we've had like an open, non-relationship from the beginning.
Yeah, no, exactly.
And I love that about it, you know?
Eat that melon, boy. Come on, you know how to eat that melon.
Joe, don't look over here, right? Joe, you hear me? Don't look over here.
Hey, I'm not even listening to what you're saying.
Do it. Shauna, would you like to go out here and sit down and have a glass of wine?
I do not want to go out and have a glass of wine.
Oh.
You know, I wish you would have told me, Anthony, this is bothering me. This is bothering me that you're going out with Rachel.
Rebecca.
Oh. One more thing, Joe. Just let's get all clear. Yeah. Let him know you kissed his mother, so this is out of the way. All right.
And I don't know what else to say other than I'm so looking forward to where we go next.
Yay!
Masterpiece. TLC, you've done it again. And you know what? Give me a third season. I want to see what else he can do. I might be twisted in the head for that one, but I just want to see what you guys can do. But that was the end of the Milf Manor series, and I appreciate you guys coming and watching. For all you guys who have been here watching every single episode, I give props to because this was a wild ride. I thoroughly enjoyed reviewing this show, and if you guys have any other shows that I should watch, please let me know. I'm always in the hunt for crazy reality shows. But for the last time, just to get it out there, Milf Manor Season 3, you guys need a host. Please let me be the host. And for those of you guys who want to help me fulfill my dream, please hit that like and subscribe, and you just may see me on the next TLC Season 3 hosting Milf Manor, please. This is annoying. Okay, I'm getting the heck off now. But you guys have the most beautiful day. Bye.